Hello, this is Jennifer with Women Loving Jesus, and today we're on Proverbs 11:2. When pride cometh, then cometh shame, but with the lowly is wisdom. As we read this verse, we can look over it and we can see that basically they're saying pride comes and then shame's going to follow after pride. And then the second part of this verse is basically just saying the humble, there is wisdom found, they have wisdom. Reading this verse and studying this verse, I decided to concentrate a little bit on pride and what pride is. And so as I started studying, I was like, let me look at the definition. And I've done this a couple of times. So I went to Merriam-Webster's dictionary, and they stated pride is a reasonable self-esteem or confidence and satisfaction in oneself. So what I wanted to talk about in this video is if you read this definition from Merriam-Webster's dictionary, you can see that the world almost tells us pride is okay. And then we're reading something in the Bible and we've heard several times pride is not okay. And how, because of this difference in society and what is taking place, I think there's a lot of confusion. And we're not sure what is the Bible saying and what is society saying. Because obviously society's saying, you got to have self-esteem, you got to like yourself, you got to be able to do things. And then you see the Lord saying pride is bad. So what does that mean? And then we'll even hear our family members or friends or something say, I'm so proud of you for doing this and that. And is that bad? Well, when someone says they're proud of you, that's not bad. But pride doesn't mean you have low self-esteem or high self-esteem. It can, but what we want is a self-esteem and identity in Jesus Christ, rather than identity and pride and all that we can do. So the difference would be here is that I may like that God has given me several gifts and I can do this and I may be able to do that. But it turns into a pride that is away from the Lord when we say things like, oh, I'm such an amazing reader, I'm so great at it, and I like that. But then it turns into, look at all I can read. I'm so good because I'm the best reader. I can read everything better than anybody else. And then you start putting down people who can't read as well. That is turning it into and away from the Lord. Because anything that you're good at, let's just be honest, we can't be breathing, you can't be standing if the Lord has not allowed it. Try to breathe if the Lord has stopped your breath, right? I really would advise you to think about anything that you think you could do separate of the Lord, and if the Lord can't take it away. And so part of this is just giving credit where credit is due and praising the God for things. Now, the other end of this, which I want to touch on really quickly, is people will have such low self-esteem and they think that's not tied into pride. But low self-esteem can be big time turned into pride because you don't like yourself so much, or you compare yourself to so many people that you feel like you have to be so much better. And you either have to talk about how you're better, even though you may not feel you're better, or you have to try to do 100 things to appear to be better. That's, once again, is focusing on your works, because it's all about how much you do or don't do and how much you have to do or not do to overcome it. Whereas saying God does value you, he values everybody. There is a love there. And accepting how he sees you and how he values you, and you don't have to earn it. So I pray that the Holy Spirit has taken this verse today and has encouraged you.